When you got nothing better to do, it's time to get hanging with the hers.
Have you ever had exploding diarrhea, but not in the bathroom, outside, when you're out and you're doing stuff and suddenly it just hits you? It's like, oh, crap, what do you do? It's funny because Courtney Pants had an old video, and I don't know if it was one of her throwbacks or if we were just surfing and came across one of her old videos, and she was talking about diarrhea and having diarrhea while she was at a dance. And now I was expecting it to be a story about her actually having diarrhea on the dance floor, but it wasn't. But I got a story, and Courtney, if you are watching this, you did say, and this was probably about 5 years ago that you even posted that video, but let me tell you about my story about exploding diarrhea in the most inopportune places. So I was 18 years old, wasn't 19 yet. Or was I 19? Yeah, no, I was 18 still, and I just started working at my first job in Hong Kong. And one afternoon, at that time I didn't know, I wasn't vegan, and I didn't know that I was lactose intolerant. And I had IBS too. Double whammy. And I think I'd had a baked potato with sour cream for lunch. So that afternoon, evening after work, I'm sitting on the train, and as I'm sitting on the train waiting for it to go back to my house, or back to my area where I could go home, my stomach started acting up, and I started getting really, really bad stomach pains, and I was like doubled over. Now I had to change trains at a certain point, and so I was like, you know, doubled over in pain because my stomach was that painful. It was so bad. So I made it to changing the trains, and then I made it onto the minibus because we didn't have like big buses where we would get off the train. We would have these minibuses. And the minibus went straight up to where we lived. So I'm sitting on the minibus, and suddenly I just couldn't hold it anymore. I couldn't hold it. It's not like I had to. It just came out, and I was sitting there on this bus, and suddenly, like, the worst thing that could ever happen happened. I totally had diarrhea on the minibus. Seriously. Not even funny. Well, it is now that I look back. So I sat there, and you know, everyone, like, the minibus was packed full, and no one was sitting next to me. I mean, and I couldn't move over or anything, and luckily mine was the last stop. But I was like going like this around, and people going like that, so I'd go like that and like look around to see who the culprit was. And when people got off the bus, they gave me the dirtiest look. It's like everyone knew it was me. I was so horrified. Now the good thing is that I was wearing pantyhose because it kept everything inside, and so I wasn't dripping. Okay, so then, now we lived on the second floor, so now I had to walk a little way from where the bus dropped me off to our apartment building, and then take the elevator up because I couldn't walk up the steps with that. No, it wouldn't have worked well at all. So I go to take the elevator, and this woman who lived on the first floor, and she always used to take the steps, always, who started talking to me, and I was just like, yeah, and I was like trying to be elusive and, like, you know, but friendly and polite, and it's like, lady, I've got a pantyhose full of shit in me. I've got to get going. I didn't want to tell her that, right? So she's like, oh, she goes, well, today I'll take the elevator so I can talk to you more. You what? You want to do what? Oh, shit. So now she's in the elevator, a confined space with me, and there's just the two of us. So there's nobody with whom I can, or to whom I can pass this blame onto. It was the most humiliating experience of my life. It was horrible. Yes, I wasn't having fun that day. Not one bit. I never wanted to leave the house again. I never wanted to go to work again. I never wanted to get on the minibus again. But I had to, because I had to go to work. It really was bad. So, there's my story of exploding diarrhea. Enjoy. If you have a story of exploding diarrhea and it happening to you, leave us a comment below. And if this is your first time watching any of our videos, welcome. We're really glad you're joining us. Even though this is such a personal video. If you liked what you saw and you like any of our other videos, please do subscribe to our channel, because we do provide a daily vlog, and it's not always vlogging, but just sometimes we do stories and skits and all sorts of different things, and just keep you entertained. And do remember that if you had an experience of exploring diarrhea, do leave your comments below, and remember to always interact with each other in the comments. We love it when you all interact with each other and we build this community up together. Love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Now don't you forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it all with your friends. Till next time, hanging with the herds.